All right, I'm here to talk about Once Human once again because I have sort of a lot I want to say. Not really a lot I want to say, but I do have stuff I want to say. So holy crap, I feel a certain type of way about this game more and more every day. So last time I was playing this game, probably wasn't much further than probably wasn't much. I want to losing my words here. I'm probably not much further right now than I would back when I first recorded my little video talking about how I felt about the game and me learning about seasonal wipes or whatever. But I put in more hours. I have some I do want stuff I do want to say about the game itself, even without the season wipes, just to speak on its quality. This game, like the most polished thing ever. Like there's a lot I could share tiny grievance all night, but speak on some of the more major points. First things first, just the like visual quality, right? It's not like when I don't know if it's like it is like loaded in like that over there. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's so like I have that happen to me, but it'll stay like that even when I'm like training stuff. It could be in my PC or my settings thing, but I personally just hate it. I hate that. I Other thing I need to speak on games AI uses fighting the enemy have gotten blanket all hell. Like even the bosses are like the bosses I faced, bosses I have did be before I made the first discussion video, or like looking back on them now, are like man, have a strong air of samey to them. So it was like yeah, game that has moderately entertaining like third person gunplay or whatever, but man, it's not the best it could be by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever. Um, Mechanically, this game isn't all that intuitive either. And there's a lot I can speak about that too. Just to pull out one very small thing out of the many things I could talk about, particular that keep irritating me is like I don't know if it's any sort of like anime or is any sort of like times when I'm going into a menu, right, and I come out of it, there'll be holding the direction key. I want to be able to that direction, take it in my hand, even take my finger off of it, pressing it again. It'll be a good second before I can double play again. That sort of little stuff, right? There's a lot of that sort of little stuff, which is all in the game, right? And yes, it is a free-to-play game. You know, it's sort of ish, you feel me? And there's a lot of that little stuff, right? And that's just like on the quality of the edition, right? Yeah, I haven't even really gotten into the actual gameplay and what's here and the principles of that yet. Like, there's really not a lot to the gameplay at all to begin with, right? Like, not only do the bosses, enemies themselves feel samey, everything feels samey, period, right? So it's like you go to this, go here, quest line and continue from there. It's that for Amazon. Don't come here expecting anything crazy sort of gameplay. Not gonna find it here whatsoever, right? So like there's that. Another another problem I have with this game. Actual gameplay itself. Honestly. Besides just the game loop being sort of extremely stale after a couple of hours. And it being more than moderately glitchy at times is the philosophy, their philosophy behind season wipes themselves. Because realistic, even because all right, the idea, as I said, the idea, I don't know if I said it before, maybe I did. I'm guessing the idea behind these wipes to begin with is like a fresh experience from like level 1 back up to the max level or whatever, you know. But it's not like doing mainly interesting missions to begin. Literally just be going through, if not the same, very similar map, doing the same stuff. That sounds like it sucks supreme dong to me. I don't understand. Cause like realistically, how much could they change 6 weeks? Cause that's how long that's how long it takes for another season for the season watch, right? 6 weeks. How much could they add or change realistically in? Like it takes. Now, how long does it like? And what level? Cause like it's not like they've shared much detail on exactly what level of content, what level of new or just changing content you could be expecting in these season wipes. That hasn't been very clear. So it's like I don't know where to level my expectations at all. Right? I feel like the people who haven't gotten to like Eternal Land haven't actually gotten to the Eternal Land. How are they gonna feel? You know, because it's like get to the Eternal Land and you're able to store some of your stuff. That's still not very clear. They don't make anything very clear in this game whatsoever. But like, who started extremely late. What about them? And another thing. There's another thing I actually want to speak on about the philosophy of the free season right to begin with. Not only how much could you change in 6 weeks, but if you're giving us ways to keep some of the stuff anyway, what would be the purpose of the season wipe to be? Either have a genuine season wipe where you get rid of all of our stuff, or like don't take away anybody's stuff at all. Period. Like, I don't know. Very weird. Weird to me, at least. You know. I mean, talk to me down below if you feel, and maybe have a theory, or maybe it makes more sense. I love to hear. I'm genuinely interested right now. There's ways to keep some stuff, but you're not gonna be able to keep everything. I've heard. I've now started to like. At first, I was Christian for like your we're gonna make your house and stuff like that. Now I'm hearing like you're able to, they're gonna give you some of like your materials. Which I could just be speaking out of my butt here, but like I don't. That's what I've heard from some people. I've read online that it's really that's worth. It's like, man, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It doesn't make much sense to me, however. And besides just these, like, there's the issue of like season wipe and everything else that I've talked about, right? Other issue I'm having with the game is the story and the voice acting. So like they're rough on some parts. I'm not a guy that necessarily acting every part of every game. I'm not. But it feels strange like who they've chosen to have voice lines here. Right? Like the character you play as, for instance. You don't have voice lines. That's fine, right? I don't care. But when you click like speaking option, they'll show your character and then they'll show them do a little animation. What's the point of that? I don't. Like, it turns it transforms from it's a game where they don't really want your the character doesn't need to have voice lines to maybe they just don't have them yet. That's the animation impression animation give me at least. You know, I like this story is the most interesting thing ever. Like, as long with much attention as I try to pay, holy crap, this is not that interesting. Me personally, I don't find it all that interesting. There's some interesting aspects of it, definitely. I just don't. I'm just not feeling it story wise to be 100% real with you now. I want like this game free. They're able to drop it in half, right? I don't want to like lot extra little aspects to this game. It really does, but we think even put more time. I can't necessarily. Like I said, I want to say I hate the idea of the sequel. I really would. I really would love to say it's stupid. They're stupid for doing it. They're bad. They're just they're downright retarded for even approaching the game from this sort of game, that sort of idea. I would love to say that. End of the day, I can't because the idea still sounds modern. Having sort of like a refreshing look. Basically brand new every time you come back to it. Damn. It's just the day after day. To me, like I doubt they can do it in a way that I'd be satisfied with it. Oh. Yeah, like on top of the fact that, like I said, in like the initial live stream, I think I did a video, feels janky and like mobile gamey, like the tremendous unnecessary amounts of menu, the overwhelming amounts of currencies and different unexplained systems that's explained in one panel, and it's just a huge box full of text. I always hate that games do. completely take the playing it out of me. Or a huge box of case. Playing stuff that I consider pivotal. Take the engine out of me at the very least. Like, oh man. Love some game forever after. I just like one of those games drop in every now and again and play. Looking like a game they want you to praise. Just for most of the most important part of you spending your time to be actual progress, right? Does not taking away the like sort of non-materialistic. It's fine, but like essentially still have taken majority of my time I spent into the game. Like spent 60 hours and I still basically get there directly. Man, it's just very good situation the game managed to put itself in. I've been taking my time with the game. I like to take my time with the game. I'm not in a how I like it. The people who can spend all the day on this can and do make money off of YouTube. Just have that cozy of life where they can spend that much time on the game. More power to you. So if you yourself liking a game, power to you. I'm happy for you. This is a game. This is the type of game I know I'd love to love. It's seeming really hard for me right now to appreciate this game. And like there's to speak more on some of the more mechanical problems I've had with the game personally. Give me thing, halting me down below. Please, I need some help. But there's like, I don't want to say input delay, but like definitely like menu delay, or maybe it's just downright lag. I'm trying to enter a lot of different menus in the traversal, just the way your character like when you have to climb stuff. It feels like there's a lot of lag and very janky there too. Very lag in a lot of different areas of the game mechanically. Definitely. Like how it looks, that's how it looks for me. Yeah. Like majority of the time I can ignore it. Most definitely. Most heavy. Like I'm waiting for stuff, so like I'm cooking. Refining those materials, whatever. Game has a lot of little build up that really make me question if they're ever gonna fix these small issues. Because theoretically, they would be working on getting huge amounts of new content to add, right? So, how big is their team working on this game exactly? Will they have enough time? Will they have enough people to like section off to actually work on the problems with the game and all? Because that needs to get done. But also, because they're seasonal wipes, if they just if they wipe if they do this wipe and there isn't an insane, I won't say insane, if there isn't an acceptable amount of new content and adding some of the like older stuff that's, I won't say old stuff that's already here, but the people who don't get to, you know what I'm saying, playing certain stuff, get that as well, then it's then I can see this game falling very flat on its face and receiving very bad criticism very quickly over a short span of time. One gripe I still have, obviously, I still don't know when the season wipe is. It is still very unclear. You know, if I ever figure it out, I'll definitely let somebody know. But until then, I don't know. I guess I'm just plumb out of luck. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what it is. I don't know. I have no idea. Guessing that's the new season menu. You know, I did, like I showed earlier, gain access to Eternal Land or whatever, like the mythy other stuff, I guess. I have a problem with that too, though. Like, I really figured out that, which is very unfortunate. I'll figure it out eventually, but it's clear to me I'm gonna have to go out of game for information like that. I know a lot of people are forgiving on how to pass, but now nowadays I haven't been very forgiving. Make stuff very clear, especially for people who aren't all that mentally or mentally inept. You feel me? A lot less mentally capable than the rest of these guys. You know. I don't. There's a lot of things I don't know how to do actually. Like I've gotten the base expansion module thing to like expand the territory. I've got one of them through like the ciphers menu or whatever. I don't know if I can do it again though. Is that something I can do? It's also you know, the build menu in general looks, it's serviceable, right? It is serviceable. It is not very intuitive, in my personal opinion. I think they could be a lot better, could be a lot more clear. I feel like there's a lot of problems there. Other than me, obviously, carrying on. Game has a large problem with me. Even now on my screen, I feel like a lot of this is unnecessary information. Somewhat, like top right. It has not only it has a button showing you. It's like a little section right above that showing you what button you press to get to the meet. The particular server you play on and the time, but it is it's in-game time. That's a lot. That's a lot, bro. Yeah, nah, there's a lot going on with a lot of the UIs that I'm personally not happy with. I'll definitely go on record to say that I'm not the smartest kid from the classroom, and I'm definitely not the brightest dish coming out of the cabinet. But I most definitely had a very, very large time having trouble figuring out how to do more damage. I arcades making better guns, but it's like they got this system in the game where like you can they just calibrate your, like they make it does a little more damage, but it's like what use is that giving you something like that early game if it makes that little of a difference to the weapons you have at that point. The delivery time on a lot of these, the fact that they have so many of them, I feel very detrimental to the experience to begin with, because I don't feel like this beginning getting ready to go into in-game experience very good either. Honestly, I don't know if it's good enough to redo it in any form or fashion, even if heavily altered. And I guess my experience of this game has went from I'm having see it through has been really soured over time through playing this personally, I guess. What this our conversation or video comes down to. At one point I was ready to defend this game. Now I'm not so much. I don't know. I'll defend a lot of things that are objectively bad. I just personally hate this one. It was too much questionable here. Right, it was much questionable. Gunfights look like that. How can I say? Probably fine if they do a season. How can I say that, right? Your enemy are like this. Like, come on. Now the game needs dope. The game needs a lot done to it before I can ever consider spending extra for cosmetic. On one hand, I will say, at least it's third person and I can actually see my character, so the cosmetics will matter to me. Like never got games, able to buy cosmetics and never actually be in them because you're first person. How you gonna see them? I do love about this. I like about cosmetics in this type of game is, you know, you can actually see them if you want. But even on that note, it's like, I don't know if you've seen like the shop name, but like, there's not a lot in there. Like, these are all the sets. Those are all the parts. See, those are the parts and emotes. As far as clothing goes for your character, that's it. There's weapon skins, like what? Hey, I know I don't care. I don't think anybody else should care about weapon skins. But yeah, that's it. It's like, bro, don't even got a real shop. Like, shop is basically barren, dude. What are we talking about here? What are we doing? Right? And then the pricing is crazy. I mean, personally, like, pricing is very outrageous. I know what I just go ahead and say. I think it's egregious. I think the pricing is egregious. You know, like Apex level pricing. I hate it. How much stuff costed in that game. I feel like this has a very same problem. I hate how much stuff costs. Dropping $15 for an outfit. I'm like maybe $5 for an outfit. Okay, sure. And there's my. I live in America, right? Modern day America. No, that's just. That is the worst business. That is the worst. Need all that regular person, regular income. Play game. I just can't recommend you invest in putting any money in it. I can't recommend you putting any crazy amount of time in it. It's free to play, but I can recommend give it a download and try it out. I guess it's the most it's got to be. Most not that free. I'll definitely continue play it till the season light. That is it. After that, I'm done here. Sure, completely done after this. I'm almost guaranteed, even if I'm able to keep 50% of my stuff, including mats, the map's gonna disappear and I'm gonna have to go through very bland experience. And help me. I'm fine on that. That's it for me, guys. I'm like this boss or whatever. Do something else with my time. If you like the video, please comment down below. Talk to me. Leave a like, that's fine. You don't want to leave a comment. Just consider, comment back and check it out.